I love to manage many projects. Back to your other question about the books and the teaching and stuff. I think what it does to me and the positive that it brings is that it allows for time away from a project. Somebody even like Malcolm Gladwell talks about it. I took the master class during COVID. I think everybody took it or didn't take it, but watched all the videos. And he
Mhm.
was talking about something that I was like, yeah, that's what I do too, is like to take and create something and then take it away from you for a while and then come back with fresh eyes and see what you think about it. Oscillating or rotating between multiple projects allows me to kind of take that break. It's also why I used to garden. Get out of the studio, go see the sun, right? Um, but all of these things that just take us away. I don't think it's bad to go on Instagram. I think it's actually fun sometimes, and I love the memes some of my friends send.
Yes.
That seems like what all it is these days. But allow for enough time. You know, what we do with my 6-year-old daughter is we allow for time, and then we put a timer on, and then we say like that's enough screen time. Now we're going to get away from it. We're going to do something else because human nature is just to kind of go down that rabbit hole, and you could get stuck, and a day could go by or a week could go by and you watch Breaking Bad seasons 1 through 6 and you haven't done anything and you're like, I feel like crap and I'm still in the same clothes that I was in on Monday and it's Friday. So just figure out, as you said, be introspective, finding out those rabbit holes that we get caught in or our own um, things that we do, and then just try to put up a barrier so you don't get stuck in them, is what I'd say. So
Yeah.
I oscillate between projects. It allows for me to come back with fresh eyes and then critique myself as a different version of myself that could make it better.
Totally, totally. And what you mentioned about, rotating through these projects and, having time away from them, it's so funny because every painting, right? And I was mentioning this too. It's there's that saying that every painting is unfinished.
Mhm.
And I think also because we ourselves are works in progress.
Mhm.
So it's like a little snapshot of who we are in that moment, and what we're knowledgeable of. So being able to rotate through projects, I don't know if this has happened to you, where you go back to that project and the thing that you thought you didn't get at that moment, you're like, ah, that's the problem that I was having. And I just couldn't see it because I hadn't grown through that dilemma yet. But thanks to rotating through the other projects, now I can see it and now I can see where I hadn't quite grown enough to be able to meet that barrier and break it through, right? So that personally
Yeah.
that happens to me when I rotate between like painting, but then also I like knitting. So I have like 2 or 3 knitting projects at the same time. And then sometimes I might go back to one and be like, that's the thing that happened that went wrong, or oh, that's what I couldn't understand. And then suddenly I get a little bit upset because then I want to unravel all of it and start over because now I can do it better. But it's the same with painting, we're like, oh man, I want to paint this all over again because I know how to do it even better this time, right? So I think that's really useful.